And then afterwards, I think that reality would hit me and be like, there's a pheasant in my face.
What the hell? It's not that slippy, chill out. People that live in this area must hate the Cotswolds. I'll be radioing up saying, can we stop a minute? And they'll be like, why? I just got stuck in the footwear. I might need some help. I think it was £5 for 30 minutes. Ironically, I think because I'm sitting lower, I think some of the bits on this side are catching the side of the car where they're managing to avoid it, which is literally my luck to a T, isn't it?
Love it. Tilty.
Oh, very That looks so cool.
Doesn't it? Button's there somewhere.
I couldn't remember what button it was. I should have pressed it before we set off and I forgot.
I quite like when you're driving and you're like, it's somewhere.
I know.
There's 4 buttons.
It's because I was trying to look forwards and work out which button it was at the same time.
One of them's going to turn your parking sensors on, one of them's going to reset your tyre pressures, and one of them's going to do the opposite of what you want and turn your traction control off.
Exactly, that was my concern.
Little and large, like our car.
Somehow, I don't know if it's my imagination, this, I feel like you can feel the tiltiness of this a lot more than what you can in the Freelander.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if it's bits like that you have to cut back.
Maybe.
Somebody has.
Someone's had a lot of fun. Looks like a farmer's been along here at some point.
Yeah.
Though.
But yeah, you definitely, it feels like you feel the like tiltiness a lot more.
Yeah. But I guess like if we was in the Freelander, for example, we'd probably feel it a bit more because you're higher up, so you tilt more.
No, but I mean
Yeah,
the opposite.
I was
feel
gonna
like
say,
you feel it more in this.
Because you're lower down, almost. I'm sure physics works in a weird way.
Yeah. See what I mean about my wipers, by the way? They're smeared.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's the screen wash.
No, I do think it's the wipers, annoyingly.
Look at that, I timed that perfectly.
You did. It's almost like you knew.
I saw you do a little glance. I'm like, she's going to want that mirror. Want to be shouted at.
Keep getting back brushed the side of my car. It's very rude.
Oh, spooky. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear our suspension just like this Skoda. I don't know if it's VWs in general or just Skodas, but it's almost got a thing that every time the shock extends, you almost hear it like vacuum, almost like there's a, I don't know how to best describe it. You know, like a foot bomb, you push it down, when you let go of it, it kind of it sucks the air back in.
Yeah.
The suspension shock on this, like on these, have got the same sound.
Oh well.
But you can hear it just going.
I haven't noticed it yet. Is this a road or byway or you see it? What is this?
That was a pheasant.
Oh.
What would you do if a pheasant just flew in this window?
Probably get out that door.
What, when the car moving?
Yeah. I'd leave you to deal with it. What would you do if a pheasant flew in the window and just went blap on the side of your face?
Probably go ow, because I can imagine
They would be solid.
their beaks being quite sharp.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I think that reality would hit me and be like, there's a pheasant in my face.
What do I do?
How do I escape this situation? This is not a situation I wanted to put myself in.
Yeah. Would you make friends with them?
Exactly. We've got a pet.
Pheasant friends.
Please sit in the back, nice and still.
Yeah. Keep her over company.
Arms inside the vehicle at all times.
Arms, legs, head, beaks inside this vehicle. Sometimes when it is in motion. Oh, crying about it. Don't suppose. You'd be crying about it when it splash you in the face.
Exactly. Can you imagine that being for an A&E visit?
Yeah. What hit you? A pheasant.
I got impaled by a pheasant.
A bit like that bit they were talking about on the radio about, I think it was a crow or no, Harris hawk, like biting men or like attacking men. It'd be basically like that, but a pheasant, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of a pheasant? I know people obviously eat them.
Yeah. I'm sure
Other
they
than
eat.
that-
I'm sure they eat something that we probably don't like worms. But then worms are good for the soil.
Aren't worms technically good? Never thought about it until just then.
Over to you guys.
So everything technically has a purpose, right?
Yeah.
Sheep!
Sheep.
Sheep!
I like it. Everything has a purpose. Sheep.
Sheep have a purpose.
No lambs yet.
Maybe them ones aren't doing lambing.
Maybe.
But yeah, everything technically has a purpose and is bred for a reason and all of that
Yeah.
balloony, right? Well, there's more sheep in there. Maybe they're lambing.
Maybe.
Yeah, but what's the purpose of a pheasant? It's like, surely it's not just to be eaten. Well, I don't know though, because that's like the purpose of a lot of animals, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Sorry,
To feed
vegans.
us.
Sorry,
Yeah.
vegans, vegetarians. No offence meant by that.
Isn't that a nice life? I am on this earth for these humans to basically eat
But
me.
it's a funny thing, and it's a little bit controversial when you think about it. But when you think about it, that's kind of the purpose of a lot of animals.
I'm sure a lot of people, no, not a lot of people, I'm sure there's probably someone or a few people out there that have them as pets. Could you have pheasants as pets?
Wow, that's a massive horse.
Wow, that has long legs.
Wasn't it? That's like you. Why would you want a pheasant as a pet, would be my question.
But you can have parrots and canaries and that sort of thing.
That's a very valid point. It's not me.
Not wiggy bakes.
The phone is disconnected to the car.
Oh, don't want sideways recording.
Right. Bumpy. Is that me that's
I don't think so.
free out if it was? Oh, it just spat everywhere.
By the way, that Land Rover
Yeah.
smells like a proper Land
Yeah,
Rover.
don't it? Smells like a Defender. That's bad. It smells like a Defender.
Not many cars have a smell.
Yeah, certain ones do. That smells like our Freelander.
Yeah. The only difference is our Freelander shouldn't smell like that. That probably does.
Yeah, it's quite normal for a car like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty
It does, doesn't it? How's your neck?
Yeah, it's just kind of.
Did you get a bit too excited?
I'm not too sure what happened, to tell the truth. I don't even think I moved. I don't know if I just jolted and my neck kind of just went like. It didn't even click, it just kind of went funny and it was like, ow.
It went goodbye.
It was a whiplash one barely moving my head, I think. I'm so glad it's not raining.
Yeah.
You pointed the GoPro backwards.
I have been, yeah.
Corner's going to go against what I was on about,
Look, the sun's even trying to break through.
right? That momentarily.
Click.
Kind of experimenting with that button a little bit. I'm just interested if I flick between it on and off, like whether I notice a difference with it or not. Somehow I forgot what gear I was in, even though it tells me on the dashboard. Oh, there's a dog.
So this next bit is the tighter bit. I have come down and cut a lot back last night, but yeah, if there's anything that's going to, you know, cause any issues when I want to let me know, I'll get out and either cut it back or move it out of the way for you, but I think we should be clear all the way up here.
Doff. Oh, this is nice. This would be a nice little picnic area.
Yeah.
Like sat there. I can almost picture it. Sat there, little picnic by the water.
Yeah.
Alana needing a wee every 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's the ironic thing, isn't it? Excuse me. Yeah. Watch your arm a little.
I know. I'm just getting what I can while I can, and then I'll
No, I just think
withdraw.
Wee.
Car's working. How glad are you of having like hill hold if you need?
What the hell? It's not that slippy, chill out. What is my car doing?
I like the way the brakes are actually working.
I don't understand. Oh, it's okay. It's slipping behind, so it must be slippier than
Yeah.
it looks. That was just one of the weird ones. It's like, you know, when you look at it, it's like, but it's not that slippy. And then when I saw the disco behind it,
Yeah,
doing a similar
snaking.
thing, it's like, oh, okay, I don't feel quite so bad. Do you know one thing I do wish this car has?
What's that?
You know how the Freelander has that thing that tells you which way your wheels are facing?
Yes. I'm going full out, close the window.
Don't fall out, not talk too much. Don't want to slide into a twig or something right now.
No?
Like, I don't mean a twig, I mean a substantial, you know, something pretty solid.
I don't see the issue.
Definitely very tilty.
Oh wow. Really nice.
I think the Yeti might be getting its first little bush scratches today.
Do you know what's quite funny? I do think this can run slower than the Freelander.
Yeah, it does.
I think
It
the
can
gearing's a
easily.
little bit lower.
Yeah, there's no doubt in that. 100%.
Because how slow you're creeping up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have been able to do
No,
that.
the Freelander other packs were dropped back. It's funny, this car in general, you can just run a lot lower down the gears.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Very nice. This is what makes me say that, like, people that live in this area must hate the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Let me try again. Must hate tourists. That's what I meant.
They must hate this area for being so damn nice.
Well, yeah, they must hate it for that reason. No. That's such a mean thing, wasn't it?
Do you know what? They wake up every morning, they think, God, look at that, fresh air, beautiful views. I don't like this.
No, they must hate tourists because I
Yeah.
feel like it's almost like they were talking on the radio the other week about, like, ever since COVID, how a lot of areas they really get blighted by tourists. They were saying about, I think it was Mam Tour,
Yeah.
and like because of TikTok and everything popularising places,
Yeah.
people flood to them and park everywhere and all of that, and it just makes it really annoying for anybody that lives there. And you could see that as well, couldn't you?
Yeah. Everyone's got such. Unless we've been past this twice.
No, I think this.
No, we have been past this. I was about to say that's got scaffolding exactly the same as the last one.
What's the chances? Everyone's having building
Yeah.
work done.
I was about to say the same thing and turn around and say, oh, like. What are the chances, eh?
I know. You do what?
Done up.
I got a little panic.
Suddenly it's like, oh, lane.
Where did that come from?
These lanes keep surprising me.
That's the joy of being in an area that we're not familiar with.
Isn't it? What is this foolery?
No, it's not predictable.
Can we go back to the 3 lanes that we know?
I am waiting to forget about the bumper on this and just launch the bumper off.
Yeah.
My luck. That's what will happen one day. Yeah.
Yes.
Whether it be on a green laning thing, a tips over, or play and play, or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
it's like I'll just forget what I'm driving.
And just get a bit carried away.
Very much
stuff.
so.
And then you'll hear the cracking sound
Exactly.
of plastic clips.
Yes.
Slumpy McSlump mode.
I did notice you were kind of. I was kind of going to
Sliding.
tell you any minute now you're going to be in the footwell.
Just gonna be in the
going to be
footwell.
wedged.
Why can't I film sitting up
I'll be radioing up saying, can we stop a minute? And they'll be like, why? I'm like, got stuck in the footwell. I might need some help.
Do you know it'd be really
I've got a winch.
quite funny?
What's that?
You know submarines, they have like, is it telescopes or something? The periscopes. The GoPro just come up and be like, I can still film. I can see.
I'll be right, leave me until the end.
Although minor cramp is setting in.
You'll get to the point where the cramp will set in and then you won't feel anything, so it'll be fine.
Exactly. Status report, left leg's got numb.
Status report. I don't even know if I have a left leg anymore.
Duff.
But yeah, if you were to do like a side-by-side comparison, not that you could ever get 2 cars side-by-side on a green lane, but like, I definitely do think this will run a lot slower than the Freelander.
Should we have a race? But who's the slowest?
Yeah, it'd be interesting if we get the 2 cars out on like green laning together, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
because you'd notice it then, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Who's the slowest?
Well, yeah, but I just mean like if if this was in front and you were behind, and I was going slower and you were like, but I'm literally about to stop.
Yeah.
I think you'd notice it then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or if you were in front and I could drop back a lot, but you know, you're doing the same kind of thing.
That is true.
Oh, that's a very green bush.
Isn't it?
Maybe it's an evergreen.
Do you know what that is? It's the glitter we're puffing out the exhaust.
Oh yeah, good point.
Making everything green at one
It's that
lane at a time.
It's that front exit exhaust.
Exactly.
There's random white lines, like sort of marked out there.
Oh.
Parking space.
You have to pay and display though.
It almost look like it, you know. Not pay and display, but the parking space.
It's when you see a parking meter up it.
Yeah. How much do you reckon it cost?
Yeah.
I can't remember where I was, but I was somewhere in London the other week, and I ended up being near a car park. No, car park. Think where you park your car.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with. Anyway, near one of them, and it was I think it was £5 for 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
I can't remember. I should have taken a photo of the sign because it was just like, wow. I think it might have been more than that. But either way, it was a lot for like 30 minutes parking.
Yeah.
And it was like for 24 hours. I think it was like 100 and something quid, I think.
Blimey.
It was fairly central, don't get me wrong, but it was like, wow, do people pay that?
Yeah.
But there's us thinking, oh, to go to a country park being £4 for an entire day is a lot of money. It's like, maybe not. Just then I was just like that. I'm just resting my hand on the steering.
Do you know what? That is the proper off-roader stance. How to off-road with
I'm
Alana.
aspiring to be a DPD van driver.
Like, you're triggering probably so many people right now. Like, at least a thumbs
Thumbs
outside.
out the wheel.
Yeah. I suppose that's the good thing, I guess.
Okay, I'll go back to proper driving.
No, thumbs are inside the wheels. Triggered.
You go thumbs firmly outside the wheel. Gripping on, but not too hard. Sorry, I breathed out and I realised it made quite a cool noise.
It was just like, it was like there was a small little dog in with us.
It was. Did you not? Well, I just realised our Mellow, she's got to like rotate and she's facing forwards.
She wants to sit out the front today.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the back, I get sick.
Yeah. I need to see where I'm going, not where I've been. I still haven't sneezed.
Do you want me to tickle your nose?
Tickle my nose hairs.
Give it a little tickle.
Well, I thought I was going to sneeze and it never happened. So.
Maybe I'll nick it from you.
Yeah, you'll.
I'll
But
sneeze
it's fine.
for
I'm
you.
going to wait until it's a really inconvenient time and then I'm going to sneeze.
Yeah. I think that was D flat, wasn't
I
it?
think you might have been something like that.
All visitors must report to enter the
Arriving
office.
if loading. Stop and wait for OK profits window. Makes one wonder what does that business do? Farm of some sort. Oh, I don't know. There's grab bags there. Does that mean you bring a truck up there?
Maybe.
Imagine that. You're delivering to. Oh, I'm guessing it's a stone thing.
Yeah. Maybe a quarry?
Definitely something.
When you work it out, let us know.
I do. Yeah, I like the thumbs up. That is so cool. I want to drive that dumper digger thing, whatever that thing was.
Is it part of the experience?
Yeah, I want to go.
We'll get to do a lap. Who can do it the fastest?
I'd be quickest.
Oh.
One feature I do like about the Yeti is that little cubby.
Yeah.
It does still give me PTSD because of obviously when we left thing. Oh, I forgot these have got like a clear thing at the bottom. That's really weird.
Oh dear.
I've got used to my really black, thick frame jobbies.
Thick framed.
Do these look? I look like a weirdo with these sunglasses on, don't I?
You look fine.
I just don't suit sunglasses, so it makes me laugh. But at the same time, it's like my eyes. Whenever it gets sunny, I'm like, it burns.
The sun, it burns the eyes.
I think I might be a vampire.
Yeah. Everything must be dark.
The thing is, I never used to be like that. It's only probably, especially like this year, my eyes have got super sensitive to the sun. So it's like, it's bright, I'm like, But then it's like, if I'm at work and I get out and I'm delivering somewhere or something, I feel like it's rude to have your sunglasses on if you're like talking to someone, do you know what I mean? So I'll look at all those sheep. So I'll take my sunglasses off and I'll like put them on my head or whatever, because yeah, it just feels more polite. But then the thing is, if it's really bright, I'm then like, I can't bloody see. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can't win.
That seemed very exaggerated.
Why did it do that?
Maybe gearboxes run out of oil.
Didn't need that anyway. Has that been done on this car?
Yeah, I think. Well,
oh yeah, that was one of the random things that got done.
Wasn't it just
But then chances are it probably won't get done until the pot gets done.
exactly? you know what I'm finding very surreal to this experience? The lack of gates.
Yeah, good point.
I find it very peculiar.
Very good point. Maybe it's because we always seem to spend half of our life navigating gates.
I was going to say, it's just the joy of a lot of lanes. Some of them have more gates than others.
But it's a bit like round our way. You get a mix, don't you? You get a lot that don't have gates and then a lot that do have gates. We need to find, and you might remember where it was, but I think it might have been when we first went out Green Laning with the Freelander, or one of the first times. We went on a lane and we went around like the edge of this field, and there was lots of sheep and there was maybe a little like river running through it. Can you remember where I mean?
Vaguely.
I want to find that lane again. That was really pretty. I just don't remember where it was. So I wouldn't even know remotely the area.
Don't all our cars just emit glitter from the exhausts?
Exactly, especially mine. It's only a 3 litre.
Yay, Sploosh, with the Yeti can do. Yeti power. I've got mud on my car now.
How dare
I
they?
know.
It's made it muddy.
Got mud on my window.
I didn't. You can't drop yours anymore.
No,
no.
Until it dries. I want to try and avoid it for as long as possible for the sills of this to get like the Freelander.
Yeah.
You know how it squeaks like bugger.
Yeah.
It smells like a field. That's a lot of
Horses.
horses.
Horses and the dustants.
That's bunch.
Dustants. Can we see? Yeah.
Oh wow.
So many horses.
Isn't there the horses around here huge?
What do they eat?
You don't want to know. They just look massive, don't they? Massive. Massive.
Duff, duff.
That was dramatic.
Tustin. He found the mud. He found the mud. This is exactly where this car excels.
Very much so. It's okay, we'll do strata next time. We'll just need to get like a couple of dinghies to get us across the water beds.
Yeah. just get a winch and get a plug to put in the front. And then just get winched across it as it floats.
I'm just kind of thinking if we get like a couple of like dinghies, one for the front, one for the back.
Yeah.
Whenever we come to a water bit, we'll sort of somehow get the car onto it, sail across.
Yeah.
We'll get like a couple of little what do you call them?
Rowing
Flippers.
boats?
No,
Oh,
flippers.
yeah.
No. Oars.
Oars.
One either side. You can row with one side, I'll row the other, but we'll waltz it our way across.
And then we'll go around in circles because one of us will be stronger than the other.
Yeah,
You'll be stronger than me.
Yeah, I'll be stronger than you, and you'll just be like making us go in circles.
Exactly.
Boom.
Oh no, one of the cars has done a poop. Could you imagine if cars just drove along and then just deposited like, solids?
Depositing solids.
It just got to a point where it went, what?
Yeah. Somehow that felt worse than it looked like it was going to, if you know what I mean?
Little but.
I like how dry it is.
Yes.
I only like how dry it is just purely because it means that we need to go to less effort to clean the car before it goes and gets brakes on the
Yeah. What gets me though is it was meant to be quite heavy rain overnight for a lot of the UK. And it's like, well, the rain must have dried up quite quickly.
I don't think it rained near home because when I looked out the window this morning, it didn't really look wet. And not being funny, it's not cold, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't think it'd be that warm that it would be instantly dry either.
No. Simplicity, but yet there is an element of challenge still.
Yeah. Well, it's more just like, I think it's because you do end up getting into that almost illusion, if you like, of green laning not has to be, but like, is always complicated, challenging and that, but it doesn't need to be.
No.
It's about being out and doing countryside, being out in the countryside.
Exactly.
And things like that. It doesn't need to be complicated and
No.
challenging or stuff like that.
It's like we've sometimes got more satisfaction out of when we've been, like, obviously when we've done our solo stuff.
Yeah.
And
you're just out in the middle of nowhere,
yeah.
driving on roads you wouldn't. Yeah, you could probably get down in a Ford Fiesta, but you're not necessarily going to.
no.
Well, unless you're a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Suit yourself.
Well, I don't know. Do you remember one of Bill's trips when there was a Ford Fiesta?
I don't know if it was a Fiesta, but it was definitely a car that shouldn't have been there. And we were all like, is it lost?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was really odd, wasn't it?
We meant to be there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what car that was now. It was just a normal small hatchback job, you know, weren't it?
Yeah. I try and keep myself upright. Unfortunately, the car does that, and sometimes my head gets quite close to the side.
My head makes contact with the roof.
Sometimes I'm probably not as observant as to what's going on as what I should be. So I don't really know what's coming.
The donk on the head, that's what's coming.
Exactly. Concussion is what's coming.
When our Green Lane, it came back with concussion.
Exactly. Yeah.
some lights on. I think it's like concrete. So just take the exit real slow. It's a bit of a lump to drive over. You can't really see it. So if you just watch the car in front of you, you'll understand what I mean.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
But it's like that always made me nervous. It's like, oh no.
I'm coming back to give a quick spot there just in case.
Let's have my traction control off.
I'm hoping the front wheel's going to pop the front end up. Hang on a minute. Is that? Would she be better coming across?
Yeah, I'm trying to see, but the water's real dark. Whoa, no, not there.
Not there.
That was guaranteed.
Not there.
Because it looks like
I've got a traction
no.
board. I'm just thinking we just put one up, just to stop the bump, because it is just catching, isn't it? I'll grab one.
No, go back slowly. Yeah.
Why do I always end up just sat in a puddle?
this is such you.
This is just grabbing it all.
Oh, superb.
Cool, give that a go. Don't worry about me, I'll be alright.
I'll remind you that in a minute.
Yeah, you're okay.
Give one. Okay.
Is it best to go back and try again?
Yeah, I think go back slowly if you can.
It's alright, I just realised my traction control came back on again, which was helpful.
Yeah.
You want loose? I'll put my foot in though. That floats away. Maybe then. I reckon.
We're going to try further down.
Oh yeah, here's perfect. So try and come driver's wheel sort of here.
You want to find a bigger dip.
See, why did we just do that the first time?
Sorry for the hold up.
It did it!
Yay! That was very dramatic, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just? And it warm with all this moisture.
By the way, it was funny when you said, "I'm taking the silver, okay?"
Yeah, because I was thinking you're going to be sat there, water's pouring in.
Oh, I don't think. I think if I'd have noticed, like, if that happened and I'd have noticed it, I don't think I'd be quite so chilled.
Like you're like,
I'd be like
"Ah."
going backwards as quick as I possibly can to get out the water. I just love the fact I keep ending up just sitting in the car just to try and puddle basically.
It was quite interesting because the waffle boards flexed to the point where they almost got stuck under the bumper
Oh
instead.
wow! Could you imagine the bumper don't get took off by the curb, it gets taken off by a waffle board?
Exactly.
It's just a road.
So enough done except for access.
This one does get tight again in places, so same as earlier, if there's any issues, just let me know. But I'm fairly confident again that we won't have any problems.
I love that. It's now done except for access. Surely not.
Yeah, that's what I find crazy. That's what I
It's a bit
love.
like when my sat nav's tried taking me down a road because I've looked at it, it's been like this, it's been like you're taking the mare.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to bring an 18-ton truck down here to see how far we get.
Exactly. Just got a delivery for Mr. Smith.
Yeah. A pallet with barbecue on it.
Yeah. Hot tub.
Yeah. My brain's kind of thinking surely the sign's been rotated.
Yeah.
Get your arm in.
Get your arm in.
You are actually.
Going full up spec.
Well, I'm thinking of, like, I don't know, do you want that in your face?
Yes.
Cool. You do you.
Do you want it in your face?
No, not really.
I don't think so.
Excuse me. Jesus.
They're cleaning your car.
Very rude.
It's the aggressive car wash.
It's probably still more gentle than some of the hand car wash.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we have cloths of grit.
Yeah.
Oh, smoke machine.
I think you might have a vape.
No, smoke machine. That sounds better. Portable smoke machine.
Duck there.
Quack.
Why is there a random slab?
Leave that. Just put that. Maybe that was a bit cold.
Maybe.
No, not a bit cold. Who's me? car quite quick.
Yeah, until we get too much junk in them.
Yeah.
And then not so much. Stop.
Maybe you should open your window. A bit of air in.
A hot paint block.
It's going to be lovely and polished.
Well, that sounds like a nice sound. Hopefully white's a good colour for hiding scratches.
I'm sure it'll be fine. As long as I don't go through to the black undercoat.
Yeah. I wanted black stripes.
Exactly. No. Everything is a rattle on.
No.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Oh. I was confused. I do always expect to miss like a chunky branch that's sticking out. Just like gouge it straight up.
I keep an eye out on this side, just in case I see something that I think you haven't.
I just mean like just in
Yeah.
general, you know, because I feel like sometimes it could get hidden within
Branches and branches.
branches and bushy bits and that. And sometimes I think you can look and kind of go, oh, they're all little twigs.
Yeah,
But they could easily be one that's not a little twig.
very much so.
It's a bit like, you know, if you're driving down like a slightly tighter road in a truck and you're looking at like the trees and everything above you and kind of, especially when you're working out which ones are just general branches, but then you get the bigger ones and it's like, okay, that's going to do sort of significant damage. It's like, I don't want to hit that. But the little ones, you know, it's just like prong, prong, prong.
Yeah.
I definitely think being a little bit narrower is a bonus.
Yeah.
It's like things have captured this car, but not as bad as what would be in a bigger car.
You've got a bit more room to pick your line.
Yeah. Whereas I can imagine, like, to everybody else, it's kind of drag or have a drag.
Yeah.
That sounded a bit scratchy. You know what we said about body shop for the rest?
Yeah. It's alright, it's all sanded back.
It's ready to go. Done half a job for him, haven't we?
Exactly. It's like this lane is made for this, like these sorts of width of cars.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You can tell when it gets a bit wider, can't you?
Yeah.
And there is the famous Broadway Tower.
Oh.
Oh, Broadway Tower. Oh, Cotswolds' highest castle. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that?
I've never heard of that before. I like the Stonehenge of Cotswolds.
Maybe.
Ironically, I was actually looking at that bit on the right because it had a pointy edge to it.
Yeah.
That looked like the sort of thing that if you weren't careful, that'd like literally open the side of your car like a tin can.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't feel like that would be very fun right now.
No. Would that be a bad way to end your day?
A little bit, yeah. Can't you turning my car into a tin can right now? Still need that sneeze.
Well, get on with it then.
Well, I can't. I can't force a sneeze.
Shall I tickle your toes?
My toes.
Toes and make you sneeze.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. That looks like a good tree for climbing.
Maybe you have a quick climb.
I'm sure I would quite be a tree climber. I wasn't really a tree climber as a kid, to be honest with you.
No.
Never really been a big one for heights. Kind of negates, you know, unless you get low down trees. Did you used to try please?
Yeah.
Climb trees?
Try, please.
No, climb trees.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Yeah, for a bit. I wasn't always this chubby, you know.
Well, no, I don't know if I could have pictured you being a tree climbing kid, if you know what I mean.
I lived in the sticks.
Well, yeah, you did live in the middle
And
of
we had
nowhere.
little woods.
You literally lived on a farm, so I suppose it was inevitable, wasn't it,
A
really?
little bit. I was a farm. Smoother braking, please.
Well, me, it was a car that time, thanks.
This is aggressive brake, cunts.
Hill descent is descending.
Hill descent is in progress.
I'm beginning to think that is me.
Probably. It normally is, let's face it.
It's either me or the car behind. But I'm not touching my brakes, but obviously the car might be.
Might be touching your
The car
brakes.
might be touching my brakes. Okay. We're going to be really grubby, are we? It's not very helpful. It basically just did what a Freelander does.
It's alright, you had grabby issues with the brake. I had grabby issues with a tree wanting to grab my GoPro.
Fighting a tree, GoPro.
I had to pull it back.
Fighting a tree for the GoPro, that's hard to say. Fighting a GoPro for a tree, that's what I nearly said. Height restriction. Doesn't personally cause me a problem.
Oh, could you imagine if you said that and just as you said it, crunch?
I can see why it would cause a problem, but for me personally, I'm low enough. Like myself. Me and this car have lots of similarities.
Yeah.
Kind of short.
So enough fun.
Slushy. I do like the way, when it gets a bit slippy, this car likes to crab.
Little bit. It's this little party trick.
I feel like most cars probably would do similar, but I do feel like this one particularly is quite crabby. I don't know if it's the tyres though. Like what we've said
Yeah.
about, you know, they're good, but when it gets a bit slippy, I'm not so sure on them. It depends on sort of mud, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Slippy mud or not so slippy.
I was going to say, when you've just got no purchase, the car's going to
Yeah.
go wherever the weight wants to take it. It doesn't matter what tyres you've got on. If all it's getting is sloppy mud until it finds some not so sloppy
Yeah.
stuff.
Can you see it?
Oh.
It's Twix fan.
I quite like that.
Get off my car.
Just low enough.
That was the front.
Nicely done.
Not sure if that was the bumper or the sump guard, but hey ho. Something caught. I kind of looked at that and thought, but there's nothing you can do.
No.
Oh, baby sheep. Oh, thank you.
You've seen your lammies with their parents, mummies.
They're so cute.
Excuse me. I'd like it back, please.
Did you ever think you'd be fighting bits of greenery for a crap camera?
Well, it's quite funny because there's a reason why I put my finger through the little grippy part. So times like that, it pivots and I can kind of pull it back.
You've still got hold of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'd be dropping it every 2 seconds otherwise.
I'm glad I ain't got the other pistol grip.
Yeah. But then you'd have it around your wrist, I suppose.
Yeah, but even so, I feel like with how small it is, things would grab my hand at the same time they grabbing the GoPro.
Maybe, but your arm's not going to fall off, is it?
Maybe.
Be unfortunate.
Wouldn't it?
So if your arm detaches, we've got bigger problems with where the camera is.
Yeah. I don't know. I could do without it for a bit.
Yeah, but then you'd want to put it back again,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
I would quite like to have it back again at some point, I must
As
admit.
much as you're right-handed, I do feel like you're probably going to use your left hand more than you realise. Plus then you need to find a new way of holding the camera, wouldn't you?
With the other arm.
Yeah.
I'd just be really twisted.
Yeah. More twisted than normal.
Wasn't ready for that anymore.
Me neither.
I could tell.
Excuse me.
Right then, everyone, that is the end of the trip, so we'll have a little quick chat at the end here before rejoining the road.
Super. We'll have a quick check at the front bumper.
Yeah, right.
It's when you say that and crunch. At least I can take the GoPro off.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get to work out where we are.
Yeah.
Good old Google Maps.